Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. Are you ready for the start of the week? Are you ready for the big hair, the curls, the scoop? Come on and get this hugging. How you guys doing? First off, two things before we get into the stories, because it's not cute not knowing. Y'all know the new Apple iPhone came out. Well, they're saying that you have an old one, that you should update your settings or whatever when you do the phone upgrade. Am I describing it right? So they encourage you even if you have an old phone. Okay, so I did it. It's the iOS 17. Why change all the settings and my phone rang and I didn't know what button to push? I was like, everything was different. It changed every setting, and I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here, I don't know how to answer the phone. So be warned, if you do the upgrade with your system, if you have an older iPhone, the settings change. Also this weekend, I said, you're going to learn how to find these apps. I said, I'm paying for apps, but I got to start watching them. My son had everything set up in his room, and I was like, I'm paying for it. I said, put this up in here so I can find it, so I can just hit on, because I'm new to the All Black channel. I had to subscribe to it because I wanted to watch the Michael Bivins New Edition documentary. So I spent this weekend, I said, you're going to learn what you are paying for in these apps, because it's so many, and it does take me a little minute to wrap my head around it, but I did. I'm going to get back to the All Black channel in a minute. The writer strike is finally over. That was a long 146 days. Now, SAG-AFTRA, they've got to fall in line, and they got to ratify their contract to go back to work. It's time to go back to work. What you're going to notice at first may not be the actors. I think SAG-AFTRA is going to fall in line by the end of the week or beginning of next week. You're going to see your nighttime shows, the Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert. You're going to find them coming back. Your daytime shows, you got The Talk, you got Jennifer Hudson, you got, Kelly Clarkson, she was moving, so that's why her show didn't. But you've just got these daytime talkers that are going to be ready to resume. When? Second week in October. That's when they should be up and running. There's some great movies coming out this winter. Color Purple movie musical. We want to see Fantasia out here and Taraji P. Henson promoting this movie. So you're going to go back to seeing stars promoting their projects. Now, I don't know how long it will take for the TV shows to get back up and place, and I'm wondering, will it be the first of the year? I know award season will kick off with the Emmys and them in January, but how soon will TV shows, your sitcoms like Abbott Elementary, how soon will they be up and running and ready? That may not be. Maybe the first of the year, maybe a little bit before, but the writer's strike is over. Usher is doing a Super Bowl. I called that one. I said it. I forgot what date I said it, but I told you, I said, write this down. Usher doing the Super Bowl, and he is the performer for the Super Bowl, February the 11th, 2024 in Las Vegas. I think he is a great addition because Usher is a performer. You see, a lot of these performers they're not performers. They have no stage presence. All they do is walk back and forth. There's nothing. Usher does it all. I read this article that kind of set me off. They saying that she's still relevant. I was like, Harper, who wrote this? Were they 12? So I can stop getting mad. Usher's going to put on such a great show. He's an entertainer. Whether he's singing, dancing, skating, everyone is raving about his Las Vegas residency for a reason. He has taken everything up to another level. And think about how many years Usher has been doing this. It's close to 30 years. We've known him since he was a kid. I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. Of course, there's other people. I think you can bet on Little John so they can do yeah. But we're really not going to find out until maybe around the holidays. I think the real hype of the Super Bowl will start at the first of the year as the NFL goes into the playoffs. But I think Usher is a great, great choice. This is a hard decision because they've been trying to get a Taylor Swift. I see a Harry Styles doing it in the future. Beyonce has done it 3 times. Not that she shouldn't do it again, but it's hard. And think about the talent pool. Everybody, you can have a hit record and just be a horrible performer because you weren't taught. They're manufacturing these people. Come out, do your hit, and get off the stage. Usher is a real performer. I am looking forward to the Super Bowl. Kerry Washington, the Scandal star, Olivia Pope, her interview with Robin Roberts, she really revealed more than I ever thought. From getting an abortion in her 20s, and they recognized her because at that point she was gaining a little notoriety. Not knowing who her real father was. She was going to do one of those DNA ancestry tests. You know, Dr. Lewis Gates was telling people, find out who your relatives are, where you came from. Well, when she told her parents, I need your DNA samples, they had to admit to her, this man is not your dad. Your sperm, the sperm came from another man, and we don't know who he is because you were artificially inseminated. I'm sure that it had to be so devastating and life-changing for her because you're looking at this man, you're thinking, this is my dad, but this is not my dad, but he raised you. So he's your dad, but the whole biological thing, she revealed a lot. The eating disorder, what led her to social activism. She's a mom now. She's married to a former football player. She's got 2 kids. But she opened up about a lot. And I was surprised. I was like, wow, she's saying a lot. Get ready for the Alicia Keys brand of teas. About 3 years ago, her husband, Swiss Beats, gave her a collection of teas for her birthday. She must be a tea lover because now Alicia Keys has got the copyrights and she's coming out with her own line of teas. Tomorrow's the big night for Lunel. Town Business. Dave Chappelle produced it. It's going to start streaming at 11 o'clock. Netflix. Lunel's first special. Now, one Netflix comedy show that I watched this weekend was Country Wayne. The internet sensation, social media star. His skits are so funny. His special, A Woman's Prayer. I loved it. And he did something that I have not done in a long time. Laugh out loud. Like, just catch me off guard. And I'm like busting out laughing. I think some people may be thrown off because he doesn't curse. No, he don't curse. Now, he does talk about adult things. He talks about some adult things. But he's not cursing when he does it. And some people, I guess, they're so used to the cussing, they're not used to a comedian who's not. I loved Country Wayne special. And I say it's hard for me because there's a couple people that I liked, and I've sat there and didn't even flinch funny. It just wasn't funny. This, Country Wayne, laugh out loud funny. Miss Lauryn Hill. I got to give her props because I knew I was one of them dragging her for always being late. She went through that period fighting with the record company. She wouldn't sing the songs that they were supposed to be sung. I think she did that for a reason. Miss Lauryn Hill is something else. I found a clip of her performing this weekend at the Global Citizens Music Festival. She proved why she is Miss Lauryn Hill. She was amazing. Her flow, just everything. And I'm like, this is the Lauryn that I missed. She does the entire Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. She bringing the Fugees out to perform with her because I know she's doing a big show in Philadelphia. Lauryn Hill, Miss Lauryn Hill, amazing. Amazing. If you see her, you're going to see what I mean. Amazing. Well, Jeezy is back wearing his wedding ring. Him and Jeannie Ma may not get divorced. So whether it was cultural differences, family differences, sexting, they may be pumping the brakes. And Jeannie said she was fighting for a man. She was fighting for a marriage. Jeezy is back wearing his wedding ring. This is going to be interesting because every time you're going to have an argument, you're going to take off that damn ring and say you're leaving me. Some people do that, you know. We're going to see. But Jeezy, the rapper, the author, is back wearing his wedding ring. Prayers going out to Crazy Bones of Bones Thugs and Harmony. He is fighting for his life in critical condition in a Los Angeles hospital. He's got that inflammatory disease. He had internal bleeding, and it started coming up. The inflammatory disease, sarcoidosis, which killed Bernie Mac, the famed actor, comedian. So prayers for Crazy Bones. Bernie Mac, who passed away like in either 2008, 2009. I remember him and Isaac Hayes that same weekend. He died, and his family, I discovered this on the Black Movie Channel. His family, his daughter, she put together this wonderful documentary tribute on her dad. I miss Bernie Mac. I miss the Mac Man. I remember when everybody got to know him on Def Comedy Jam, and I ain't scared of you. I miss him. When they did the Kings of Comedy, to me, he was the funniest out of the Kings of Comedy. But it was something about him. You know, he did movies, Ocean's 11, when they did Life. He did so many projects. The TV show, The Bernie Mac Show. Him and Robin White are two comedians that I really, really miss. But there was no one like a Bernie Mac. This documentary is on the All Black Channel. I highly recommend it. It was made in 2012. Please do not ask me what I was doing that I missed it, but it's very, very good. Jonathan Majors. We're still waiting for the court date because they're going to have to drop these charges. It just keeps dragging out. He was at the Congressional Black Caucus over the weekend with Megan Good. There was Lorenz Tate. Lorenz Tate looked so fine. He just seems to be always uncomfortable. Like, I'm not believing this. Now, Megan, she keeping up for her. Child, she playing that role. She is playing that role. Jonathan still seems uncomfortable to me. I think sometimes you've been out of the circle of your people, you start feeling uncomfortable because he's going to have to get a little shape up. He's got to get the haircut. Megan should say, come on, let's go to barber. Let's taper the sides. He just seems uncomfortable, and he called her the missus. So now people are like, did they get married? Did Jonathan Majors marry Megan Good? I don't see them doing all that, but I don't know. I don't know why I feel that way, that he just feels uncomfortable. See, if you start dating somebody that you're not used to dating, it's hard. And date who you want. Date what race you want, sexuality you want. It's when you fake it to convince people. If you're not used to dating sisters, then Jonathan, you just date who you want, but he's in trouble. He's trying to salvage his image. They are dragging this court case out. They were supposed to be in court last week. What happened? Can they please clear his name? Because that woman's going to drop the charges. They said he assaulted and choked an ex-girlfriend. But him and Megan Good. Megan is playing that role. She gets the Stand By Your Man award. Tiana Taylor, the actress, the singer, is going to be playing Dionne Warwick. I was shocked when they said that her and Iman Shumpert, the former Dancing with the Stars and pro basketball player, were divorcing. Now, there have been rumors of cheating, and they said, oh, it had nothing to do with cheating. Well, today's side joints, they're not quiet. They don't go and sit down and be quiet. Nope. They got to show the pictures. This girl that showed pictures of her with his mama around her kids with Tiana. She pulled out more than the receipts. Why is that necessary? Why is that necessary to, back in the day, side chicks was quiet. They kind of knew their place. They knew they were the side chick. But now the side chick, I'd see me, look at me. I'm over here. He was with me. He never loved her. It's messy. And The Wiz is coming to Broadway March 29th next year. They said it was coming next spring. Wayne Brady and Deborah Cox, a newcomer, is playing Dorothy, but The Wiz is coming, the Broadway revival, March 29th. And the show that's on Broadway now, I got to get up there, Leslie Odom Jr. and Pearly Victorious. It is now on Broadway in New York. It's Not Cute Not Knowing. I think I went through everything. I ate crow with Lauryn Hill. I can admit because I was pretty harsh on her. I was one of those, like, she always late. She blew me away. She really, really did. And Miss Lauryn Hill is amazing. Leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. I do. Go through the comments and subscribe to the channel because we're pretty consistent here. Baby boomers, we just subscribe to the channel and you won't miss a thing. Look at me with my Eagles green on. We'll see what mood I'm in to see if, because the Eagles, they play Tampa Bay and they're so far, they're undefeated. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day for the big hair, the curls, and the scoop, and the giggles, and the wisdom, and all of it. It's like a good batch of gumbo. Have a good one. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.